Oh, well, mine is Fox, right? So taking name at Fox. And if you haven't noticed yet, I usually like to make videos based around things that I'm usually binging at the time. Which I usually binge things whenever I'm working on stories, stuff like that. Or, like, whenever I go to, when I go back home to Texas, if we're not doing anything, and like, or my brother's with his girlfriend, whatnot, I usually just binge watch a show or something, Netflix, whatnot. And most recently, I've been binge watching Yu-Gi-Oh, which led me to buying this new Synchron Extreme Structure deck. Going through all of my old going through all of those on the bottom there. It's stacked on top of each other. All my shonen jumps, though mind you, it's not as big as maybe my regular manga collection. But and also I love Yu-Gi-Oh. The first Yu-Gi-Oh that I've seen or read was actually the original Yu-Gi-Oh or the first Yu-Gi-Oh. And you're like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? There's only one Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, what do you mean? Like Yu-Gi-Oh, like before Yu-Gi-Oh GX? I mean the Yu-Gi-Oh before the Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean before Yu-Gi-Oh Duelist, where it was when it was Yu-Gi-Oh playing many other games. Like, heck, Yu-Gi-Oh is how I learned about RPG games. Tabletop RPG games, though I've never actually played one, which kind of sucks. And I also wanted to because I've seen that chapter in Yu-Gi-Oh. So far now, I actually have. I think I'm missing one book, but I think I have all of the original series of Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't have any of the Duelist comics, but I've been binge watching. But I also love it. Like this, I bought 2 3 years ago. The starter deck for Yugi, the reloaded version. I actually had the original one, but I have no idea where those cards went, which kind of sucks. I had a bunch of them. I had like hundreds of cards, and I have no idea where they went. They were in a bag, and they're gone. So I hope they're not thrown away. I hope they're in some kind of box somewhere very deeply, like somewhere kept. I don't know. I hope they're like in a suitcase somewhere that I haven't found yet. That if I go inside and find, like, oh look, here are all my cards. Sweet. But I love Yu-Gi-Oh, and so I started binge watching it on Netflix. Sadly, on Netflix, they only had up to about 3 seasons. Like, yeah, around 3 seasons, which I'm like, fuck. No, I think they only like 3 to 2 seasons. I think they had 2 seasons. When they're about to go on, yeah, I think about 2 seasons. When they're about to land on Kaiba Island for the tower for the end of Battle City, but they then get sucked into the virtual world. Yeah, like the season before that. And I was like, fudge me, I want to watch that. Fudge, I want to watch that. Which then I then got Hulu, so I'm like, oh sweet, they have all of the seasons. Well, they have up to season 5 of the original Yu-Gi-Oh, so hopefully that then means that the original Yu-Gi-Oh will, like, that's the last season for that. That way I can then, because they also have like GX and all that stuff, which I definitely want to keep going. And I watched Yu-Gi-Oh when it first came out, like the first season. Then GX, I kind of watched a few episodes of that. Then I tapered off when that came out in America, like on 4Kids. Which, mind you, also I'm giving a lot of backstory, but like after that, I kind of tapered off. I tapered off with the original Yu-Gi-Oh for GX. I'm thinking, oh, the regular Yu-Gi-Oh is already done because they're already showing GX at the same time the regular Yu-Gi-Oh was going. But it turns out regular Yu-Gi-Oh had another season going. I'm like, oh, okay, then why are they doing this out of order? But oh well. So because of this, now I started binge watching the original series, and I'm going to start binge watching GX stuff like that. Especially since one reason I did want start binge watching again was because I watch, of course, if no one's figured that out yet, I watch a lot of Atop the Fourth Wall, and one of Linkara's favorite seasons or the host of Atop the Fourth Wall seasons is GX, which I wanted to see, like, okay, let me check this out. Because one thing I did like about GX was that the main character had a deck that was made up of supposed to be Western superheroes type thing. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And I played the game on and off, like online, because guys found this one dueling network thing called duelingnetwork.com. Check it out if you want to do like a regular thing. You have to do everything. It's basically playing the trading card game, but just now you can do it online. You still have to subtract points and stuff like that. But also we did the Dawn of a New Era, which you can check out for yourselves. If you want to check out the 2 videos of Yami versus Rice, you will find that's actually pretty cool. It's all automated basically, but because of this, I want to do a review of the seasons that I've seen. I'll probably do like one review for each season, and also like I don't know, maybe the majority of them are in the toy box. I know I have Blue Eyes somewhere, but I got Blue Eyes Toon Dragon here, crystal version. I got this at like Toys R Us like long time ago. I remember. I had like Dark Magician. I had all of them. Magician of Black Chaos I know is inside the toy box, but I have no idea where I have no idea. Actually, I don't know if it is there. Because I know I have it still. I just don't know where the fudge it is. I know I have Soggy the Zombie Clown and all that. No, not Zombie Clown one. I know I have somewhere too. The smaller one, Magician of Black Chaos, is pretty dang big. And Celtic Guardian. I still have Celtic Guardian. And right now I have my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, which this is, FYI, it's like 40 cards, kind of. Well, here it's like 45, and then like the rest is like extra. Like in here is all like extra cards that I collected. And I want to talk about season 1, which honestly, it's freaking hilarious when first you really don't know about like that one. They edited a lot of things in the 4Kids version, and then you watch the show and you watch it not knowing that, but then watch it like they were supposed to have guns there, weren't they? Just, you Kaiba, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I'm pointing at you like this. What? Or Bandit Keith, you're gonna give me what? Yeah, I need, Pegasus, or I'm gonna poke your ear. Gosh dang it. But also, season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Guy says season 1 is just all of Yami's story. No, that's more Yami's arc or whatever, but season 1 is not that bad. Season 1 is holy fudge funny, in a sense that like you're watching is like, that's not how the game is played. Which also I watched season 1, and like when I finished watching like 10 episodes ahead, I then watched the abridged version. Just like, that's hilarious. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I definitely say check it out if you haven't seen it yet, because you know, internet. But it's just awesome. We're just watching like, that's not how the game's played, or like, wow, it was a lot easier back then to summon a level 8 monster. There, you got Blue Eyes. Booyah, I win. What? But that's just funny. Or randomly, for some reason, the moon is able to manipulate the ocean stuff. Which, mind you, I will say that a lot of everything, like, oh, the ground being able to change or monsters able to fly now aren't affected by this or whatever. I'll say that's all because of Pegasus's special rules that he had in that season, which I think probably would have worked a little bit better if they would have said that, and also if it would have been a later season. But season 1 is not that bad. Pegasus does kind of bring up the whole thing where like, oh no, like, how am I supposed to fight Pegasus if he can be my mind? And stuff like that. But some things also kind of didn't make sense to me. Like, what was it? What the fudge was it? Like, the one episode where, like, Yugi straight up says, he has magic! Pegasus has magic, it's in your mind! Pegasus has magic, it's in your mind! And stuff like that. And then afterward, then there's an episode with Tristan, Taya, and Bakura, which, abridged series, oh my gosh, with Bakura. Where they're like, maybe Pegasus is spying from that little people up there. You know, even though we already said that he uses magic. I'm like, you're an idiot. I feel like the original Japanese one probably had to where magic wasn't so much cause of blame yet. Like, the main characters didn't know that much about magic, or that they didn't know that Pegasus had magic. But they still kept using it or whatnot. I don't know. Also, I want to know if Yami was different in the original Japanese version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist than the 4Kids one. Because I know they say that like, the Heart of Cards is a little bit different. Also, oh Jeebus, no, that's like season 2 Battle City with the Shadow Realm being using for censor things like the Shadow Blades. Oh Jeebus. Also, I do not really like them editing like episodes and stuff like that, because that just kind of stinks. Especially if you're gonna they cover up like characters, like some female characters look more naked, or like the Harpy ladies have like leotards instead of like, or like strip leotards or something. I don't know. They cover their chests other than like the whole little leotard thing. I said leotard a lot, but honestly, okay, that doesn't bother me that much. Don't mind you, I would rather have it to where there was totally, you don't censor dang thing, because that's not how the person who made it wanted it. But have it also had a dual disc. I don't know where that went either. That sucks. But have it, like, I can kind of understand that a little bit, but if you're gonna censor things, censor it to where it at least looks like it's not censored. Like what was it, the cartoon the mermaid girl who's in the clam, like she only has like the Little Mermaid chest covering, which heck, Disney has that. If Disney's not censoring that, why the fudge are you? But has that whole covering thing. I'm like, okay, I can, but how they did it was they just like straight up just like outlined it and then just like click the paint bucket thing, and just made it her stomach blue, even though they don't even do it very, and like that's just the laziest way to censor it, I think. Like, try to make it look like, I don't know, because there's a card version of like another one where it has like a lady holding up a bottle over her head, and she looks almost completely naked except for no nipples. She would look like completely naked, but on the card they at least went over, which mind you, again, I don't like the censoring, but how they at least did it made it look like it fit, where it was like, okay, scales, like kind of like scale chesting and something like that. Okay, I can kind of get that. But if you're just gonna do solid blue lining, I'm like, that's just so dang stupid. You're dumb. Or Bandit Keith's gun, where instead of revolvers, which it looks exactly like revolvers, they have like these cylinder things that look great, like gradient. I don't know what. It looks like something that they did in Photoshop in 10 minutes. Like, they put that on the guns, and then they made the part on inside the revolver. I have a revolver there, but for some reason I'm not using that. The revolver to show it, the chamber, like they make it blue and spinny looking. I'm like, okay, that just looks like a terrible, terrible edit. But I will say, okay, it was pretty cool. And also, another thing that kind of annoys me is in the rest of the season, in season 1, spoiler alerts if you haven't seen that, Yugi versus Kaiba at one point, and Kaiba basically says he's going to commit suicide, but I kind of like how, that I'll say is a little bit different. One, I like, also, well, a few things I like different from the Japanese one is probably the Japanese one, transformation. I like the transformation in the American one a little bit better, because I just like the music and everything, also like, and stuff. And also, the Kaiba versus Yugi duel. At one point, Kaiba stands on the ledge, and in the Japanese one, he says if he loses, he'll commit suicide. Which, okay, that's kind of dark, but that's Kaiba saying, okay, he'll commit suicide. You could kind of say, okay, you'll feel bad for that if that happened. I would think, you're a freaking idiot, because you're going to kill yourself, not me. I'm not killing you. You're killing yourself. Mind you, not say I wouldn't try to stop a person from committing suicide, but still. I kind of like the American version of that a little bit more. It's where they say the shockwave from the Duel Monsters fighting, which they made Duel Monster holograms that can actually harm you. That doesn't really annoy me that much, but especially since that become pretty sure a lot of people who play who if they had the dual disc that were able to summon their monsters like that, they would definitely want to still be able to like have like the whole two monsters explode, boom, and you feel like the wind coming off or something like that. I'm pretty sure you still would. But Kaiba says if you attack my monster, the shockwave will send me off the edge. I'm thinking, okay, sure, it's not as dark, which honestly I do like darker stuff. But Kaiba committing suicide is, okay, Yugi wins and then Kaiba jumps. This is, if Yugi destroys the monster and explodes, that'll then knock Kaiba over. Therefore, Yugi is the one who kills Kaiba if that happened. Or Yami. Atem, spoilers. But, yeah, that's why I say it was a little bit better, because that puts a little bit more on Yami, especially since when Yami does say to attack, that Yugi then has to step in and say, no, you can't attack. I did kind of like that. Right now I'm all the way up to like season 4 also, so I got like a few more up. But that was pretty cool. Pegasus isn't too bad, and I know in the manga that he actually does get killed. In the manga he does get killed, but in the show he stays alive, especially since he's kind of a main part in season 4. Or at least a major plot point in season 4. He kind of is. Which honestly is not that bad. I kind of want Pegasus to still be alive, because that would be freaking awesome. I like Pegasus, and also I know he appears in the movie, which I gotta rewatch the movie. I actually got the spellcaster card from the chaos, from what his name was. I have that card somewhere. I so hope I do. That card was like, I got that like at the movie premiere of that, or watching the movie in like the theaters, and they were giving away Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and they gave us that card. I'm like, that is awesome. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I definitely want to see what. I definitely want to. I'm definitely gonna keep watching. I've already passed like season 2, but it's pretty fun. Pegasus was not that bad of a bad guy, I think. It is, and also I freaking love that his deck was made up of cartoons of Toons. That was awesome. Heck, that's why I had Toon Blue Eyes. Toon Blue Eyes was one of my favorites, and they're still making Toon cards. Though mind you, I have none of them. But actually, no, I have Toon. That one giant gear-looking robot guy. That Toon. I have that one Toon, but I don't have Toon World or anything. Although I had Pegasus' deck, along with Kaiba's and Yugi's, in the original, when they originally came out, in America at least. I originally had those cards, so I'm like, and then I lost all. Then I don't know where they are now, so I'm sad. But yeah, like, that was just awesome. Like, the show is not that bad. Yes, there's a lot of things that are... Battle City is finally when they kind of hammer out the rules for the show, I guess. But all I know is, back when Yu-Gi-Oh! First started, I know everyone wanted Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Everyone wanted Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. And I remember the first time someone showed me the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, like, oh, they made them? Really? And I bought, like, my first pack in Texas. And, like, my first monster was, like, the Maze Drill guy and some others. I don't remember the other. I just remember the Maze Drill one because it was, like, the blue drill with red. It was the blue tank thing with red drills. And, then, like, that was, like, the first thing I remember of the cards. I had no idea how to play the game. I just bought the cards because it was Yu-Gi-Oh! But still, it was fun. It was fun. Man, as the story progresses, it's pretty epic. And I think season 4, even though technically it's a filler episode, or filler season, I believe, season 4 is probably one of my favorite seasons. I'm gonna have to watch season 5 to get that, but out of Yugi/Yami Yugi's arc in, like, a section of the story of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trilogy, I guess, or series, out of those seasons, so far, season 4 is probably one of my favorite seasons, and I'll bring it up when I do that review, if I do, but it's probably one of my favorite seasons, only because it gets a little bit darker, and also because you kind of get some drama with Atem or Yami. which if you've seen it, you probably know what I mean. If you haven't, definitely check it out. But either way, thank you everyone so much for watching. If you like, hopefully you guys enjoy this, enjoy these reviews, leave a comment, and so on. I do want to do more. I'm going to probably do an update video about the channel a little bit because I have been having problems with fraps, so that's why I'm kind of been doing a little more reviews. I did that little skit earlier that I actually uploaded today. I'm recording this, but so tell me what you guys think. What did you like about Season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh? Tell me what other broken things in the game are there that I probably missed in then. But it is just freaking hilarious. Like, the invisible guns are just funny, and definitely check out Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Either way. Also, another thing I want to add. One thing I do like, and Season 0, as it's called, like the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Before Duelist, Yugi... What was it? I also love, because since I've read the first manga, it's kind of awesome seeing parts of that manga appear throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, such as Bakura stealing people inside the game they play. Though, mind you, I kind of liked Bakura I kind of liked in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! How each bad guy or each enemy had their own game that they played. Bakura was the MMO, or the RPG, tabletop RPG, which was freaking awesome, and I kind of like how they had stuck in the game there, and it's kind of cool seeing it kind of be translated into Duelist. But I also, I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But don't get me wrong, but I do just say, like, it would have been kind of cool if they continued having all these different games and stuff like that. But, oh well. What things did pop up here between? Because the Bakura thing, that happened before. And then some other things, like in Season 2, I believe, Taya and Yami's date, that happens, which, honestly, in the manga was like probably one of my... That's actually, in the anime, that was one of my favorite episodes. Maybe not... well, after watching, the part before, like, everything just went straight up to, like, okay, back to dueling and stuff like that, because I actually kind of liked seeing Yami outside just dueling, to see, like, how he would react and interact with all the different characters, which I liked. And and also that's another reason why I like Season 4, but I'll bring that up again later. But yeah, that's like one of my favorite chapters in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Also, Season 0. But either way, thank you also for watching. If you want to check out my videos that I've done, please click the link in the description below. Please check out all my videos. And also, even though it's probably not, I haven't seen the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Theme song yet, but even so, everyone who's watched the 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh!, come on. If you've heard the theme song of the show, did you not get pumped for it? But either way, thank you so much for watching. Please check out all my videos, and we will see you later.